Hey y'all, what's up? Big Wooly here, and welcome back to another episode of our FTB Skies Expert Let's Play. First off, I just want to say thank you. We hit 500 subscribers on today, the 4th of July. That's pretty awesome, actually, and thank you guys so much for subscribing. So we've got a long ways to go, even though we just beat the dragon, if we're going to finish out this Overpowered quest line. So without any further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so taking a look at this quest line, we've got a long ways to go. At the end of the last episode, I believe I had showed you guys that I was starting to set this up here. But I went ahead and finished it. You guys have seen me set one of these up before. The only difference is instead of going into the isotopic centrifuge, we feed it into the solar neutron activator, which converts it to polonium. And same process here. Give it fluorite dust, and it produces polonium pellets. Now, I am going to do us all a favor because that noise is really loud. So I want to kill it. So mech fission reactor. Oh, sweet relief. So for those of you who like that sound, what's wrong with you? And I'm sorry because it was editing one of the last videos and it was driving me bonkers. But anyways, so now that we can hear ourselves think over here, let's take a look at this polonium, and then I have some numbers to share with you. So in order to finish up this Overpowered quest line right here, we need 5 antimatter pellets, which to get antimatter means we have to chase the mechanism rabbit hole all the way through to the supercritical phase shifter. Supercritical phase shifter, at a bare minimum, I counted all of the frame pieces we're going to need for around the outside. It takes 4 polonium and 1 plutonium per SPS casing. For the reactor, let's see, where is it? Right here. If we click here, if we just do the edges, I counted just the edges because the center of every side can be glass, structural glass. If we just do the edges, we are going to need 96 SPS casing, which is a total of 384 polonium pellets. Then we need 3 ports at a minimum, which the ponder is walking you through. For those 3 ports, that is another 12 casing total and 48 polonium pellets we're going to need. So by my math, unless this is wrong, in order to progress and get to our antimatter, we're going to need 108 plutonium pellets and 432 polonium pellets, which means we're probably going to need a bigger one of these, and we're probably going to need to step up our fissile fuel creation, or we're going to be 3 months waiting on the AFK time. Now, I didn't want to get the quest credit without you guys, so we'll pull those out, snag up some quest credit here. It gives us a radioactive waste barrel. It would be sweet if it was full of polonium or something, but it's not. It's just another barrel, which we've got plenty of already set up. So we have recovered from the meltdown in the other area, and I did an oopsie here and irradiated the base, but didn't feel like you guys needed to see it. I had 2 barrels right here, and I thought there was only polonium in one, but apparently there was like 1 millibucket of polonium in one of them, and it irradiated all the way over to my house. I literally sat there and took tick damage for, I don't know, hours. I left the world up running because we're trying to get the polonium we need, and it just, I went through like 2 stacks of golden carrots in my backpack with the auto feeding upgrade. So it's pretty funny. But anyways, now that that's out of the way and we know where we're headed to, so to get more power, we can either do more magnets or we can move into the fusion reactor controller. Now, this fusion reactor, the downside if we go this route is it's going to take more polonium pellets to craft this. So I don't know if we're going to move into this for power. We may not need it. We'll see. We're going to need a lot of power for the supercritical phase shifter, but either way, we're going to need a lot more polonium than what we're getting, and I think that's going to mean a bigger reactor. So I'm going to run some math and look at things, and when I make a decision on where we go with that, I will let you know. But there's other stuff that we can work on. So if you want to talk about just beating the pack, we got quest credit for making a pristine integral component, and they give us one of the top tier for free, which is nice. Don't know what we're going to put it in yet, but we've got one. So we will just toss that in this backpack so that it doesn't get forgotten forever. Now, down here, oh no, that was not what we wanted to do, Wooly. Progression. So, to beat the pack just under progression, we need to make our Piña Coladas. So we were deciding that this has to go through 50 times, so we needed 50 of these miniature blue hearts, and I just so happened while I was AFK to get the last of the 50, so that one's marked off. Charged snowballs, so we need to send snowballs through the energizing orb. Okay, do we have snowballs being crafted any kind of way? We can duplicate them with a conjuration catalyst. We could make a bee. We could make a snow golem prediction. We could use a blast chiller with water. That's probably going to be the best bet. All right, here we have it. I set up another blast chiller with the ball cast. I did like we do for other patterns, and I took the cast out. And so now let's test it and see if we get our snowballs. So snowballs. I realized after I went down this road that we don't necessarily need any more for what we're doing, but we'll see how this goes. It would appear, yep, like they're coming in 4 at a time. Heck, yeah. Now, I've got some more pristine integral components crafting up, and we'll toss those in once they're done. So that's going to get the snowball piece taken care of. Now let's head back over to our pattern provider and let's make the pattern for the charged snowball. Charged snowball. So you go in the energizing orb. Energizing orb. There we go. And then we're going to need to set the filters on the laser IO, so you can extract a charged snowball. There we go. So now, charged snowballs, we're going to need 50. Charged snowball, 50. Looks like it's working. Heck yeah. Are those coming in? Sweet. All right, so we got all 50 of those coming in. It looks like one of our integral components finished. Let's grab that out and toss it into this blast chiller. Make it faster. All right, what's next? So we need resonant ether. 100 millibuckets times 50. Yeah, we've got 571 buckets. I think that is just a little bit more than we need. If we need 50 at 100 millibuckets, so that means 10. 10 of them is 1 bucket. So yeah, we only need 5 buckets worth, and we've got 500. Cool. Next, cryotherm. Did we set this up? Maybe. Let's see. We have not. Okay, so cryotherm is going to be an advanced mixer recipe, and we did put an advanced mixer on a pattern provider. I don't remember where. Is it this one? It is. Okay, we're just gonna need to grab a pattern. Okay. Cryo fuel, do we have plenty of that? Cryofuel, 15.25 buckets. And how many of these do we need? Cryotherm, it takes a bucket per. And we need 50. We're going to need more cryofuel. Oh, wait, we don't have any cryofuel. We only have cryo-infused gas. We're going to need ice shards. We're going to have to step up our game on those ice shards. Aren't those coming from space? Ice shards, laser drill, in space, in orbit, whitelisted. All right, we may need to go put some upgrades into those laser drills. That's going to be our next step because we have no cryo fuel for this one. Let's go. All right, so we'll move along to another one, but I went ahead and added a bunch more laser drills to our ice shard farm here in space. So let's go back home and take a look at what's next. So next on the list, we're waiting on enough cryo fuel to make our cryotherm. We want to make sure that that's not getting used anywhere else in the meantime, because we definitely need to build it up. So let's go just take a look and make sure we're seeing it. Okay, so something is still pulling out our cryofuel as soon as it gets made. So there's a pressurized reaction chamber that's making cryo-infused gas for us. We need to find it and stop its exporting. All right, here we have it. It's right here, making our cryo-infused gas for us. So I just told it to quit exporting our cryofuel. Now we'll just wait on that to build up the, what did we say, 100 buckets we need or something? How much? 1 bucket per cryotherm. Yep, so we need 50 buckets of it. So we'll have to wait on the 50 buckets worth, but it shouldn't take too awful long. Honestly, I think this thing's actually generating a good bit of it. Yeah, we're at like 225 millibuckets already, just since we killed it. So yeah, probably, maybe even by the end of today's episode, we'll have enough, but whether we get to it again or not, we shall see. Let's go put this pattern where it goes. So this processing pattern for making this needs to go in our advanced mixer. So since we're close enough to it, we'll just go toss it right in. So the pattern's there for the cryotherm when we get to it. Next things next. Chorus tea. Quantum fluid. Okay, or this one doesn't use any quantum fluid. A chorus petal and 3 chorus fruit. Where does a chorus petal come from? Chorus petal block? Chorus petal. Well, where do we find those? Guess we're going to have to go do some end adventuring for that one. The fruit of the Grisaia. We actually should already have those because I ran a bunch of the predictions through... oh, loud. I ran a bunch of the predictions from the Gaia fight through our processor to get us a bunch of these because I saw that we were going to need them. So we should have a stack, which is more than enough. Now, Piña Colada. This is going to be the interesting one, because we need pineapple juice, which we get 1 bucket from there. And then it goes through here, and we get 10 millibuckets of virgin Piña Colada for 10 millibuckets of pineapple juice and 100 millibuckets of cryo-infused gas. And we're going to need some coconut chunks as well. And we don't have coconuts yet either, so we're going to have to figure out where we're supposed to get coconut from. There's no recipe for it. I wonder if our guy sells like coconut trees or something. Coconuts can be obtained by growing a palm trees. Cool. All right, so let's go get palm trees. Do we have palm? Nope. But I bet you this guy sells them for us. Palm. Yep, looks like it. So let's grab some emeralds. A whole stack of palm trees. Alrighty, let's get some palm trees growing. Apparently they need sand. I don't know if they need a bigger than a 1. Cool, they don't need much space. There's coconuts in them. I wonder if we get them if we just chop the whole thing down. We're about to find out. Looks like it. Oh, that moment when you vein mine and did not mean to. We'll leave 1 palm tree. We got 18 coconuts. And then we should be able to just take the coconut and sword. Oh, does it need to be like a specific type? Iron sword? Sure. Let's go there. There we go. So now we got 54 coconut chunks. Whether that's enough or not, I don't know. But we could go ahead and plant a few more of these palm saplings. And just let them grow, and we'll get some more. So we were chasing our virgin Piña Colada here. So we need the coconut chunks to make the virgin Piña Colada, and we need pineapple juice, which comes from the pineapple, which is made on the runic altar. Look at that hot mess of a recipe, y'all. That's something else. Just plain something else. So we're going to need that cryotherm that we've already got going. So we're going to need more than 50 of them. But let's just start. Some of you may have noticed I have all that pinned. Yeah, we're going to get started on it. But before we get started on any of that, I think we ought to turn in a bunch of stuff. So, yellow cake uranium. Let's go turn that in. Bum, bum, bum. 512 precision mechanisms. Let's turn that in. 64 crystallized obsidian. Get some sushi rolls and a couple quantum entangleporters, I think. Yeah, nice. Next, Indirium. Check. Blitz and Basal's powder. We went over how to make the Basals, I do believe. Just in case we didn't. I am making it in the induction smelter with blaze mesh and golden power source, which we had both of. So I just crafted up the 64 because we already had those ingredients. So we should be able to turn in that. We should be able to turn in that. We should be able to turn in that. Now, Blitz powder is going to be a little bit of a challenge for us in the dimensional mineshaft. Now, I have all the stuff for the ritual for the dimensional mineshaft right there. And this is to convert some bees into the right kind to get us our Blitz powder. So let's get those bees converted. All right, let's go convert some bees. So for these bees, they need to be blazing bees, and we have plenty of blazed and blazing bees. We actually had several hives full of them, and so we're going to just pull a few out to convert. I think one of the hives is one short, so we're going to grab out one blazing bee spawn egg here. Yep, so this one has one regular bee, and the rest are blazing. Let's go handle those. Cage. Okay. So put all you guys in a cage. Cool. Please hold while I get these bees handled. All right, those were unforeseen circumstances right there. Our unfiltered extract and insert was creating problems for us. So, is what it is, I guess. Now, let's pick up these two regular bees that are left over, toss them into this chest, and then we're going to convert you guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice. So now y'all need a hive. Bits bees. All right, so hive. So we need one of them. And we need an expansion box. And we need a feeding slab. We'll grab that simulator upgrade. There we go. And then now we just need to give these guys a place to go. If I take the flower out of my hand, they should all want to go into that empty hive. Wait, what just happened? Oh, this was the hive they were in. Okay. That works for me. Now, what do they need? Bits bees. Uses, and you flower on a block of niter. Okay. How do I not have niter? Where does niter come from? Oh, it's a byproduct of pulverizing sandstone. 30% chance. All right, y'all. So I tossed us a stack of sandstone into the pulverizer. And as you can see, there we go. We already have our block of niter we need. And now we should be able to just toss this into the feeding slab for these guys. And we will start getting the bits powder that we need for that final one of this quest here. And then all that's left is our dimensional mine shaft. Now, we're going to need to do a whole ritual and draw all that up. So if you guys will just give me a minute to go get everything together. All right, y'all. Turns out we didn't need to put down any summoning circles or anything because we already had the higher binding that we need here. The stragors, strigors, I don't know, higher binding that we need. So all we got to do is put stuff where it goes. We're going to need a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bowls. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need one more sacrificial bowl. Toss that down. And then we're going around with some of these stone. What goes in the middle? The book goes in the middle, and then this other stuff goes around the outside. And there we go. Yep, we are gonna speed it up. There we go. Dimensional mine shaft. Nice. Okay. And then while I was checking on all that and the world was running, we have gotten our bits moat things or whatever they're called. Moat. No, what are they? What are they? What are they called? Let's go look. So we can go ahead and turn in our dimensional mine shaft and blitz powder. We've got that coming in from the bees now. I had to set a drawer for it. Made sure I put it on one that's got a void upgrade in it. That way it doesn't back up the bees. And there we have it. Godforged pearls. Ooh, look at that. Recidification, the end shelf, 25% for free. 16 integral components. Heck yeah. All right, next quest line. So Godforged pearls, the one we've been preparing for, which we're going to need even more of these. And I'm so glad we've got extra now, because looking at some of these apples, oh my goodness, some of these apples we got to make are kind of crazy. I mean, like really crazy, honestly. Anywho, we'll get to those in the next episode. But let's go ahead. We have a couple other things ready to turn in, and then we will wrap up this episode. So we actually only have one more ready to turn in, but that is the melodium ingots, which we put the recipe in forever ago. So in the next one, we'll be working on getting some of these runes for Britannia going, and we will keep working on the pieces we're missing here for our recipe. So we'll have to go find these chorus petals. I'm guessing that'll be some end exploration, and we will be working on the Globetrotter sash, see if we can't get that knocked out. So I just want to thank you guys, if I can find the right buttons. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. We hit 500 subs today, which was amazing. You just don't know how much that means to me, that you guys like the content enough to hit that button and keep watching. So we've got a new series coming up. I teased in that. We are going to be starting Ragnamod 7 in the next week or so. I've got a few episodes pre-recorded, and that's going to help us with the end of this pack. You know, there's going to be a lot of... we're just going to have to wait on things to be made, like to produce. So having a new pack to get started on the days in between when we're just AFKing the world or piddling around on things that don't really justify a video, that's going to be great. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, smash the like button. And if you're enjoying the content, please consider subscribing so that we can continue to grow together. Thanks. Have a good one.